door to my dreams so free. This land is your land, this land is mine. Thanks to the Brooklyn cowboy across the line. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. This song was given to me as a song assignment. I had to write a song about a cowboy. And I got to thinking, the only cowboy I really knew of was Arlo Guthrie. In the 70s, he had an album called The Last of the Brooklyn Cowboys. So I came up with a melody and I wrote the song, and the song coach said, "I like the melody." And I was excited. I said, "Man, he likes the melody. This is great." And then he said, "What story are you trying to tell?" And I said, "Well, he hates the story." He said, "Tell me the story." And I said, "Well, I grew up on the same mountain that Arlo Guthrie did. And Arlo was always in the newspaper. He was always doing things for people, not for vainglorious reasons, but just because he was a good guy to help people out." And I said, there was this one guy, when we had left Vietnam, we probably remember some of the pictures of how we left and people were hanging on to the helicopters trying to get out. There was this guy who had worked with the U.S. Special Forces, helped save a lot of American lives, and he was left behind. And Arlo heard about it, helped him get a sponsorship, helped him open up a restaurant in America. My mother worked there and was Arlo's favorite waitress. That restaurant was successful, and he had some children, and a few years ago his son wound up becoming Bravo's top chef in America. And the coach said, "That is an incredible song." He said, "Tell that story." So here's that story in a song. It goes like this. I'm hung how, let me tell you my tale. From the rice fields of Vietnam to the Hudson Rail. With the U.S. Special Forces, I gave my life in time. Saved 100 souls, none left behind. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Oh, he heard my plea, opened up the door to my dreams so free. This land is your land, and this land is mine. Thanks to the Brooklyn cowboy across the line. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. When the war was over, my village lay in ash. My home was gone, my dreams turned to the past. Then the cowboy came with kindness in his hand. Said, "Come to America, walk in the promised land." Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Oh, he heard my plea, opened up the door to my dreams so free. This land is your land, this land is mine. Thanks to the Brooklyn cowboy across the line. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. We opened Kim's Dragon with my mother's old recipes, cooking food so fine, bringing strangers to their knees. With a loving heart, like a bottle of fine wine, Arlo stood beside me every single time. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Oh, he heard my plea, opened up the door to my dreams so free. This land is your land, this land is mine. Thanks to the Brooklyn cowboy across the line. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Farms Fair. Bravo's top chef, spreading love everywhere. From a war-torn boy to a star shining bright, thanks to the Brooklyn cowboy who made a wrong turn right. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Oh, he heard my plea, opened up the door to my dreams so free. This land is your land, this land is mine, thanks to the Brooklyn cowboy across the line. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Arlo, he's a friend of mine. Thank you.